We'd like the scouts to start assembling in the hall. Scouts start assembling in the hall, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the opening of ceremonies. Color guard, present the colors. Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Please join me in reciting the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Good evening. Oh, you may be seated. Good evening. My name is Jacob Johnson. As Senior Patrol Leader for Troop 63, I would like to formally start the event. It is my pleasure to call this Court of Honor to order and introduce the MC of this evening's event, Course Leader John Austin Stokes.
Good evening. Everybody enjoy the food? Yep, glad to hear it. As SPO Johnson said, my name is John Austin Stokes, and I have the pleasure of being Master of Ceremonies for this Eagle Scout Court of Honor. Tonight, we will recognize the accomplishments of our Eagle Scout candidates. To earn the highest rank in scouting, a scout must spend a great deal of time and effort fulfilling the requirements of rank advancement. Our Eagle Scout candidates' efforts, as well as those of their scout leaders and their family, culminate today in the presentation of the Eagle Scout badge. This is a time for pride and joy, as well as one for reflection. At this point, I would like to call upon Andrew Areola, our troop's chaplain aide, to ask for God's blessing on the ceremony.
A scout is reverent. Lord, you bring us together this afternoon to honor these Eagle Scouts. We acknowledge your guidance in helping boys and adults work together to build stronger character, physical fitness, ethical leadership, and an appreciation of the outdoors. Lord, continue to watch over these boys as they grow into young men and give the adults the patience and wisdom to guide them. Amen.
Thank you, Andrew. ASM Stokes, will you please come forward?
Good evening, everyone. It is with great honor and sincerity that I have an opportunity to recognize and to remember Scoutmaster Reginald Moorhead. I'm glad that his wife and daughter were able to come to the event tonight, and a friend of the family, and so really appreciate them for all that they've done and continue to do. It is with a heartfelt gratitude and profound respect that we honor the life and legacy of Reginald D. Moorhead, a devoted scoutmaster whose passion for scouting touched generations of youth in Troop 63 and beyond. Though he had no sons of his own, Reginald chose to dedicate countless hours to mentoring young men, guiding them with wisdom, patience, and unwavering commitment to the values of scouting. For many years, he led chemistry merit badge classes, igniting curiosity in young minds and showing scouts that learning could be an adventure of its own. He was a fixture at Camp Grimes, faithfully attending summer camps where his mentorship shaped lives. His legacy lives on in the scouts who learned from him, the leaders he inspired, and the troops he helped build into a family. We remember Mr. Moorhead not only for what he did, but for who he was, a kind, humble, and principled man who lived the scout oath and law every day. Troop 63 and the world are better because he was a part of it. Now I'll have Assistant Scoutmaster Tommy Lee Hayes to come up, and then followed by Scoutmaster Ramon.
Good afternoon. I love Mr. Moorhead. I mean, as we all did, love Mr. Moorhead. And none of us would be here today if it were not for him. So don't get it twisted. He may be gone in the physical, but you cannot look around this room and not see the impact of Reginald Moorhead. So we have a proclamation. I want to take a special thank you to John Stokes for getting all this arranged. And I know we miss him, but y'all way too sad for me. It is way too quiet in here for me. We are celebrating 5 African American Eagle Scouts. That's more like it. I need this kind of energy the entire program because these boys have gone through the fire. I'm just talking about me and my relationship. I'll just talk about our relationship. They've been through the fire with each of us at one point or time, but that's okay because that's why they have us. We are going to be their friends for life. Troop 63, it doesn't end here. This is the beginning of community, and we have Reginald Moorhead to thank for that. So I have a proclamation, and it says, whereas we gather, that's what this is, we're gathering together to honor the life of Scoutmaster Reginald D. Moorhead, who departed this world on December 4th, 2024, at the age of only 75. I say only because the older I get, the younger that sounds. Whereas Reginald D. Moorhead faithfully served as Scoutmaster of Troop 63 at Friendship Missionary Baptist Church for 35 years, and he had no son. Let that sink in. Most of us are here because we had sons that kind of trapped us into it, or we trapped our sons into it. One or the other. He led countless scouting expeditions to Camp Grimes, and whereas Reginald embodied the values and principles of the Scout Oath, pledging to do his best to his duty to God and country, to help other people at all times, and to keep himself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight, because that's what Mr. Moorhead did, and that is who he was. So we didn't have to go long to look for an example of how a scout should act. We had Mr. Moorhead. Whereas Reginald lived by the Scout law, being trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And whereas Reginald was a distinguished recipient of the Silver Beaver Award, recognizing his exceptional service to youth through hard work, self-sacrifice, dedication, and many, many years of commitment. And whereas we find solace in the knowledge that his spirit lives on in the 54 Eagle Scouts. He mentored and educated and encouraged through his enduring love, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of the Scouts and this troop. Whereas we acknowledge the profound impact his leadership, which has inspired and will continue to inspire future generations of Scouts in Troop 63, and whereas during Scoutmaster Minute and moments of quiet reflection, his warmth, kindness, and wisdom touch innumerable lives, leaving cherished memories of his guidance. And whereas we gather today to celebrate his life and legacy, remembering his dedication to community service, to self-reliance, and leadership. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Mecklenburg County Council, and the Troop 63 community extend our deepest gratitude and honor to Scoutmaster Reginald D. Moorhead for his extraordinary contributions, and be it further resolved that we commit to upholding the principles of the Scout Oath and Law in his memory, striving to make the world a better place, as he so passionately did throughout his servant leadership. Reginald D. Moorhead, your journey may have concluded here on earth, but your legacy lives on. And if there's any doubt of that, you look into the faces of these 5 fine gentlemen that are about to take this stage. This proclamation is presented by the Mecklenburg County Council and is hereby signed on the date of December 19th, 2024 by Mark Turner, the Chief Scout Executive, by Rich Carter, the President of the Board, and by myself, Tommy Lee Hayes Brown, Charter Org Representative for Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, both the PAC and Troop. Thank you.
Well, let me say, for those that don't know me, my name is Raymond Gibbons. I'm trying to get my phone put away. 1 second. But my name is Raymond Gibbons. For those that don't know me, I'm the former Scoutmaster, former Scoutmaster. That's your Scoutmaster here, Aaron, and all of his many leaders here. I want to make sure that I stand here and say thank you for all you all have done. I'm supposed to say a few words, but I have to say, Madam Moorhead, Miss Jenny, and your family, would you all please stand so that we may just see you all because of what you all did and allowed us to have in the Reginald Moorhead. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So we have to say thank you, and yes, there were great things that were said in the proclamation that were stolen from what I was going to speak on tonight. That's okay. 35 years. So what many people don't understand, without having a physical son in scouting to commit to every Tuesday, every summer, oftentimes every Father's Day, we were at summer camp. Every Father's Day we were at summer camp. And Reginald Moorhead often made sure of that. And we would always battle about who was going to try to pay the, I don't even remember if it was like $10, but to reserve our same scout section at scout camp. And he did that every year religiously until we didn't, of course, go back. And so we stand on that, right? So some 35 years in scouting, over 50 Eagle Scouts. And for those of you that don't understand, and it's probably going to come out tonight, that the rank of Eagle is not something that is given. It is absolutely earned. And not only in that process of earning the rank of Eagle Scout, there are plenty ups and downs and plenty valleys that you have to run to your Scoutmaster and their assistants to help them get them through. And he was there for us. And so we have to say thank you so much for the many years that you gave him to us, the many hours, the many days, the many Father's Days, the many weekends he was up at the nuclear power plant teaching chemistry merit badges, the different scout trips where we would go and learn this thing of trying to catch a fish, and we were so excited about catching some little brim. And as a scoutmaster, we all knew we couldn't eat that thing, you know. But all these many things that your husband, your father, just allowed us to have, right? And so we have to just say thank you. And what you have is now a community that you can always rest on because of the gentle man that Mr. Moorhead was. And we thank him for that. We thank you for that. And so I wanted to make sure I stood and say thank you publicly, thank you privately, thank you. And it's always said, if you need, just call us. But I'm letting you know that we mean it. So thank you so much for all that you did, for allowing us to have this great man, Mr. Moorhead. And thank you, leaders, for supporting him, as we all did. Thank you all. Yes.
And one last thing, as I'm coming, I would have all the scouts to stand and have Ms. Moorhead to come up, please. What we did to help us remember and commemorate the life and legacy of Mr. Moorhead, we created a patch. It's the Moorhead Minute patch. It's Carolina blue because he was a big the guys, in order to receive the packs, they have to stand in the middle of the circle, recite the oath, stand alone, and tell what it means to them personally. And so the guys continue to do that, but we will have them to walk around and have her to give you a pack now.
Thank you, ASM Stokes. Scoutmaster Aaron, will you please come forward?
Greetings. My name is Aaron Johnson. I am the Scoutmaster for Troop 63. I've been with Troop 63 for 4 years, and I've been Scoutmaster for 3. And now we're here together to celebrate our new Eagle Scout candidates. Statistics show how few African Americans are Eagle Scouts. But that's not what we worry about here at Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, because we focus on the individuals and we have a strong history of creating, of nurturing Eagle Scouts. The journey begins at the rank of Scout, where an individual is introduced to fundamental concepts of scouting's principles and symbols, as well as several commonly used knots. It's my knot person over there. The next rank is Tenderfoot, where Scouts enhance their skills by further learning about scouting. They are required to undertake physical fitness activities and track their progress. They start to learn about citizenship, personal development, and Scout spirit. The next step in the Scout's journey, what all these 5 Scouts have done, is the rank of second class. Scouts often struggle to maintain focus at this time because they're getting a little older and they're starting to get involved with a little bit more things in their lives. So Scouts must learn how to balance their duties. Scouts enhance their outdoor proficiency through developing skills like hiking, cooking, and navigation. The Scout must demonstrate at this rank that they can swim. They are expected to know how are most of the scouting skills by the time they hit second class, but not all of them. The next step is a major milestone in the journey to Eagle, and that rank is first class, where a Scout has learned all the scouting skills. There should be at the level of just about mastery of those skills. Camping, outdoor ethics, cooking, lashings, navigation, physical fitness, and swimming. The Scout can now join the senior leadership of the troop. And they can start attending national training classes like the National Youth Leadership Training, NYLT, and they can become a member of the Order of the Arrow. These are different things that Scouts can do once they hit first class. Now, the next stage is a rank of Star, which involves deepening their leadership role within the troop. I often have to do Scoutmaster minutes, and I talk to the Scouts. And my first thing, once they leave first class, is now I want you to be a leader. And during this rank, they must, as well as becoming a leader, they have to earn 6 more merit badges. And they have to start earning, if they haven't already, they have to start earning the Eagle required merit badges in order to move up. A scout is required to stay active in the troop while balancing all the other things. So when they join track and football and all the other things, they still, if they want to reach that rank, they still have to fit scouting in. The next step is achieving the life rank. I would like all life scouts to stand. This is where a scout nears the end of their journey. The scout will earn the Eagle merit badges and complete the required merit badges to become an Eagle. They must serve in, this is for you, just so that you know the expectation. They must serve in the troop as leaders for 6 months and commit to 6 hours of community service. You may be seated. These scouts have done that. The final step is Eagle. The scout has earned 14 Eagle required merit badges and at least 8 elective merit badges. Many of them have gone well above that. They must serve in leadership for 6 months. They've planned, developed, provided leadership for a service project that benefits a religious institution, school, or community. The scout has also completed an Eagle Scout application, obtained references, and gone before an Eagle Board of Review. Now, please join me in my introduction of the Eagle Scout candidate, Zion Mathis. Edward Humphrey. Jaiden Alexander. Rafael Reed. Vaughn Reed. All right. Today, you will be given the Boy Scouts Eagle Charge. But, you may be seated. Before the charge, we would like our ASMs to tell you a little bit more about their journey to Eagle. Who's going to go first? Mr. Carnell.
Gotcha. Good evening, everybody. My name is Carnell Hampton, and I've had the privilege and pleasure of working with these scouts for a very long time. You see, I used to be the Cub Master of Pack 63, and each of these scouts have come through Pack 63 before they became members of Troop 63. And, you know, each of them was very special to me, and they have all had quite a journey. We remember fondly many of the times, and especially I remember our very first time going camping. Now, most of them went camping with me to Weeblo Adventure Camp, and when they were in 4th grade, and it was me, and it was Alfred Reed, and Mrs. Alexander had, you weren't there, you dropped your boys off, but you told me to take care of them. You told me to take care of them, and she made sure that I did. And so that was my first time really getting to bond with them at camp. It was always funny because they would come, and I remember, I think, the Reed brothers came and they showed up the next day, and I said, well, you know, why didn't y'all stay with us last night? And I think they said, well, you know, we were going to, but we stayed in this hotel last night. And I don't think they were supposed to tell me that part, but they did. I remember Jaiden and Daniel, because whatever Jaiden was doing, Daniel was doing, right? They had to both be there together. Ms. Alexander was not about to take them 2 different places and drop them both off. She said, if they're coming together, right? They can come together. So it was fun. I didn't mind having both of them. And so they were there, and we woke up in the middle of the night, and everybody remembers that owl that feels like it's right above you as you're sleeping. And they woke up in the middle of the night and said, Mr. Hampton, is everything all right? And I I wasn't sure, but I said, yeah, it was okay. So we made it through that night. And then I remember Zion. Zion, the story is always told because you and Nathan went with me to Crowder's Mountain. Remember when we went to Crowder's Mountain? And we got to the top of Crowder's Mountain, and Zion had all this stuff in his bag, including a rope. And everybody wanted to know, what was Zion going to do with that rope? And he said, I'm going to rappel down. Well, you know, I'm glad we stopped him. But we made it down from Crowder's Mountain, and everything went well. EJ in camp, I think, is probably what I remember the most about EJ. EJ was always pretty quiet. He didn't really like to stir up a lot of trouble. But I'll tell you the truth is, EJ wasn't trouble. He really wasn't. You just had to watch him. He's a little sneaky, I think. You got to always watch the quiet ones, and that's the thing about it. But I remember these boys, and I remember them and all of their journey. Many of them I've gotten to know because they are very good friends with my son, and because of that, we spent a lot of time together. So, guys, I really appreciated everything that I've gotten to do with you, both in scouting and outside of scouting. You all are the best group of friends that you can have. That my sons can have, and I really appreciate you all. I believe that they will probably end up at each other's weddings, and so we're connected for life, and that's what this scouting thing does. So again, congratulations, fellas. I really enjoyed being one of your leaders, and I wish you all the best in life.
Good evening, everybody. So my name is Will Montgomery. I'm one of the assistant scoutmasters for Troop 63. I've only been with the troop for a couple of years, so I've only recently gotten to know these guys, but it has been a true privilege to see y'all grow. I've gotten to know all of the scouts a little bit, but I've gotten to know Zion a little bit more than the rest of the scouts as of recently. So as y'all know, the road to Eagle is not easy. It's a long road. It's a hard road. It's not just a road for the scouts. It's a road for the families, too. And one characteristic that you'll notice amongst almost all Eagle Scouts are that they're very multifaceted. They're involved in a lot of things. And as you get involved in more things, you have to balance all those other commitments along with your Eagle. And that can become a little bit difficult, especially when you get towards the end. So I know with Zion, we looked up, we were like, oh man, his birthday is coming up. We need to get him to Eagle. We need to do this, we need to do that. Zion, as you probably all know, he is an athlete, involved in a lot of things, track and field. As a former track and field athlete, you know, I love that. I wish you were a jumper instead of a sprinter, but you know, we can't all be perfect. But I remember we were down to the wire. We were trying to knock out those last couple of merit badges. So Zion, we stayed on him. We were like, hey, give me a call. Let me know when you're doing this. Do this, do that. We got down to the last merit badge. It was the chess merit badge. I love playing chess, but instead of him playing against me, I let him play against my son, number one, because my son loves playing chess. But the real reason is because I was tired and I really didn't want to think a lot. So I was able to sit back and watch you guys play, but just watching his persistence, watching him keep making his way through, we saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm happy to stand here and brag that I was right. I knew you were going to be in the Eagle. I knew you were going to be sitting up here on this stage. So I am extremely proud. I have a few extra gray hairs to show for it, but just the fact that you're sitting up on the stage, we knew that you could do it. All the rest of you guys were extremely proud of you. Jaiden, yes, you're finally a man. Yeah, he was telling me he was an adult the entire time. EJ, Vaughn, really proud of all of you. Rafael did a great job. So I am standing here with a full heart, extremely proud of what you guys have become. You are a shining example of what we want all of our scouts to achieve. So Troop 63, the entire 63 family is proud of you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not going to take a lot of time, but I got to give you the dirt because you guys didn't give enough dirt. All right, number one, Vaughn, when I was in the pack, I'm sorry, Vaughn, I told you I was going to tell him. All right. And I was in the pack, hadn't been in the pack long. Vaughn ran up to me and says, I don't feel very well. I was like, what's wrong? He threw up all over my shoes. And then he turned around and ran back to the Pinewood Derby. And I'm like, what in the world? Number 2, Rafael. Rafael is a great guy. He really is. Outgoing, very gregarious. He's a great guy. Rafael told me he really, really, really wanted to pass his swimming merit badge because he wanted to move up the next week. I was like, Rafael, we're going camping. And he says, and so we thought about it. And he says, all right, I'm going to let you do the swim test at Lake James. But you got to go far enough out to do the swim test. And he was like, well, wait a second. And then Zion says, well, we can do it. I just got my lifeguard. And he came there. He had his lifeguard stuff, his pants on. He was ready to go. He says, all right, let's get it on. So those two worked together, and I just watched them do the swimming test. And I was real impressed with you guys. I just want to say I was impressed. Now, my boy, Jaiden. Jaiden, see, they took away the ability for the Scoutmasters to brag on the Scouts during the Eagle Scout acceptance and letters. And so I love bragging on these guys. Now, Jaiden, to me, he was like one of the most in Scouts. I want another Jaiden. I want another Jaiden because Jaiden took care of the younger Scouts. Hey, the younger Scouts would come in, and it was Apollo's birthday. Jaiden went up to Apollo and said, listen, it's your birthday. What do you want? At summer camp. And so I love that about him. His outgoing feelings. That's not enough dirt, but I'll leave him alone. Now, my next one and my last one is EJ. EJ is like a butterfly as far as I'm concerned. He was a caterpillar when I first met him. Because I went to EJ, and we were at summer camp. I said, EJ, he was supposed to be the referee. And his brother was out there. Where's his brother? Is he out there? His brother was out there playing. Nathan was out there playing, and he was letting fouls go. And I said, EJ, how you going to let fouls go? EJ looked up at me and just started crying. I was like, oh, my God, what's wrong with the guy? But later on, EJ, in our last, we did Klondike. It's a winter camp 2 years ago. EJ went out there, grabbed the mic, and he sang for like 6 minutes. I don't know what song he sang, but he knows it. So he has really grown, and he sprouted his wings, and they love him. The camp, the troop loves him, especially when we go camping together. So that's it. No more dirt. No more embarrassing stories. I'm going to turn it back into the hands of the MC.
Thank you, ASMs. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to present Life Scouts Zion Mathis, Edward Humphrey, Jaiden Alexander, Rafael Reed, and Vaughn Reed for the Award of Eagle Scout. Eagle candidates, will you please stand? Awarding the Eagle Scout rank is an important and serious matter. It is the goal that these Scouts have been working towards for years, and the culmination from their parents and Scout leaders. It is also an achievement of incredible merit, but it is time for serious contemplation. The Eagle Scout rank is the highest and most coveted award in all of Scouting, and it is the last major step in the advancement program. If at this point Scouting has not achieved its purpose of building character, then it probably never will. These thoughts, represented in the Code of Scouting, are summarized in the pledge that is taken by every Scout upon advancement to Eagle. Before I give you the Eagle Scout pledge, I would like to invite senior Scouts Miles Thomas, August Hampton, Dylan Lee Cooper, and Nathan Hampton to the platform to share these responsibilities of an Eagle Scout.
The first responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor, which to an Eagle is sacred. Honor is the foundation of character. It's what a person really is, deep down inside, not what somebody may think he is. Eagle lives so as to reflect credit upon his home, church, school, friends, upon himself, and upon Scouting. May the white of your Eagle Scout badge always remind you to live with honor.
The second responsibility of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. For without loyalty, character lacks direction. An eagle is loyal to his ideals. May the blue of your eagle badge always remind you to be loyal.
The third responsibility of an Eagle Scout is courage. Courage gives character, force, and strength. Trusting in God and faith with his fellow man, the eagle faces each day unafraid and seeks his share of the world's work. May the red of your eagle badge always remind you of courage.
The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. He extends a helping hand to those who toil in the scouting trail that he has completed, just as others have done before him in his achievement of Eagle rank. The habit of a good turn daily must take on a new meaning to blossom forth into a life of service. The eagle protects and defends the weak and the helpless. He aids and comforts the oppressed and unfortunate. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. His code of honor is based upon the belief that leadership is founded upon real service.
Thank you, Scouts. Now, Eagle candidates, are you ready and willing to accept these responsibilities and take up the Eagle Pledge? The Eagle Scout candidates will now take the Eagle Pledge. Also, will the previous Troop 63 Eagle Scouts in attendance stand as well to reaffirm their pledge? That's you too, Zion. Attention. Scouts on. Eagle Scouts, please repeat after me in unison. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to my country. I reaffirm my allegiance to the promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example and make my rank and influence strongly count for better citizenship and scouting in my troop and community and in my contact with other people, regardless of race, color, or creed. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. Thank you, Eagles. You may be seated. Mr. Scoutmaster, will you do the honor of awarding the rank of Eagle to our candidates? I will. And since the parents of these Scouts have been so instrumental in them attaining their rank, I ask will they also come forward? Yeah, you got it.
All right. I got 5 of my ASMs. They're going to stand, and they're going to stand behind the Scouts. So Scouts, step up just a little bit. Step up just a little bit. Step up just a little bit, Scouts. And the ASMs, they're going to give you your Eagle Scout kit, and you can hold off on you can just hold the neckerchiefs for the moment, but you can bring them. But give them the kit because they have some work to do. Your ASM, please stand behind the Scouts, please. Okay. Let's make sure everyone's in place. Now, the first thing you're going to do, present the Eagle badge to your mother. So go ahead and open up that kit, and we can show everyone what we're doing here. There's an Eagle badge that they're going to pin on their Scout's chest. And you're going to take that badge, Mom, you're going to take that badge, you're going to pin it over the heart of your Scout. It's a little tricky. The box is a little tricky. Yeah, take it out, and you're going to pin it on your scalp. Yeah. Over the heart, right there, right there, right there. Yeah, the left side, please. Oh, your fingers hurt. I apologize. we rehearsed everything but this. Well, I thought it was the easy part, but that's okay. Okay. Not okay. She got one more. You can help him out, Mr. No, let Mom. Mr. Allen, will you please help her pin that on his? Yes, it's on. Okay. All right, we got all the Eagle Scout pins on. Now, whew, that was tough. You ready? Now the next thing you're going to do, now Scouts, you're going to present to the fathers. Are there fathers that are up here? We got one up here. Okay. The other one's moms. You can hold the father pin because you probably did both anyway. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna give the pin to the dad. And you're gonna pin it on to him. There's a father or dad eagle acknowledgement pin. We're acknowledging the advice that the dad had given the son and the support. I told him that you can present the pin to whomever you like. And now, in gratitude of her patience and guidance, please pin the Eagle Mother's pin on your mom. You can clap after this one. This is a big deal. ASMs, are you ready? Okay, the last step is the ASMs will help the parents put on the Eagle neckerchief. The Eagle neckerchief. And slide. Now, will the audience please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the National Council of the Scouts of America, I hereby present to you our newest Eagle Scouts. Please give them a round of applause. All right, parents, you may sit down. Scouts, go back to your seat. Mr. Zion, we're going to let the scouts give their quick comments, and then we're going to go on.
So for the pin, do I give them that like after I talk? So I don't. What do I do? Good evening. My name is Zion Mathis. I'm a senior at Myers Park High School, and I've been in scouting for 11 years. Throughout my experience in scouting, I've learned numerous skills, including how to lead, the importance of being prepared, and not to bring Air Force Ones on a camping trip. The connections I've made will last a lifetime, and I am truly grateful for everyone that has supported me throughout my Eagle journey. I want to thank my mom for being there since the very beginning. My first ever camping trip, she came out there with me with the air mattress. She had never been camping before, and she didn't get a wink of sleep, but I did because she was out there with me. Yeah. I want to thank my grandparents, my grandmother, and my grandfather, who passed a few years ago, for getting me into scouting in the first place, and for also pushing me to reach the rank of Eagle. Thank you. I want to thank Mr. Tommy for being one of my biggest supporters throughout my scouting career, as he was one of my first leaders I had when I was a Cub Scout. I want to thank my track coach, Coach Will, for teaching me that hard work pays off, and also of the importance of perseverance. I also want to thank all my scout leaders, Mr. Carnell, Mr. Ramon, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Montgomery, Mr. Allen, Miss Holly, and Miss Sherry, and all of the other leaders and mentors in my life that have helped me make it to this day. Thank you. I want to give my first mentor pin to my grandmother in honor of my grandfather, who pushed me to get into scouting in the first place. Yep. Oh, okay. I want to give a mentor pin to Mr. Ramon for being my first Scoutmaster. And also, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I want to give a mentor pin to Coach Will, my track coach. Yeah. And lastly, I want to give one to Mr. Tommy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to let y'all know a little something about Edward Julian Humphrey, Eagle Scout. I was a mess of a Cub Scout. Looking back, I never realized scouting would be such a large part of my life. And then I look forward and I see that myself back then would never have thought that I would meet so many great friends and do so many great things. Truly, friendship was one of the things that made me enjoy scouting and my own life, really. As I look at all my other Eagles up on the stage, I see the same little kids that I used to goof off with during those Cub meetings. Same kids. But those weren't the only great people I've met, which brings me to my mentor pins. Thank you, Mom. Love you, Mom. And all my other family members, too. My first mentor pin I would like to give to Mr. Aaron. For my second mentor pin, I would like to give it to my mother, Miss Ingrid Humphrey in the back. And for my last pin, y'all wouldn't have guessed it. Y'all wouldn't see this coming, but Mr. Tommy. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
This is a nice phone, but it's not mine. Good evening. We made it. We made it. Have you heard? Yes, sir. Yes, here we go. My name is Jaiden Alexander, and I'm a 17-year-old theater major at Northwest School of the Arts and the Aviation Institute of Maintenance. I have been in scouting since 2016 when my mama first introduced it to me. When she did, I was like, nah, this ain't for me, right? But I was wrong. In scouting, I've truly met my best friends, and we do everything together. We play basketball, we go to church, we do scouting. We pull up at parties together, we do everything. Hey, you know what I'm talking about, but like, I had to call him out, my bad. In my scouting journey, I've learned a lot. I've learned to face your fears, never give up, and do your best. All right, I'm gonna go to my mentor pins now. So, for my first mentor pin, I would like to, I got 6, y'all, so hold on. Yeah, I'm just fun to name him. Mr. Aaron, come on. Mr. Montgomery. Yeah, that was a shocker, wasn't it? You didn't expect that one, did you? No problem. One of my mentors, she could not make it, Miss Ruff. So I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna give it to her at school soon. No, I'm not. Mr. Tommy, coming up here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to say it all right now. Mr. Artist, come on up here. And last, but definitely not least, my mama. Come on up here. Oh, I'm finna come to you. Never mind. Hold on. My mama did a lot for me. Hold on, this one, come on. Oh, I can't put it on you.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you.
I love you. All right, that's it. I'm done. Who's next? There we go. Thank you. Let me take this.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Rafael Reed. I'm a senior at Marinka's Middle College High School, and scouting has been a long part of my journey. I've been a scout since 2013, I believe. Yep, when I started as a Wolf Scout with many of the people up here now, and it has completely transformed my life. Similar to what they said in their speeches, I've met many of my lifelong friends through scouting, and many of my transformative experiences have came through scouting. For example, when I'm at scout camps like Grimes, staying there for a week. I remember a couple times we had to convince people to take showers. They still do. I really enjoyed those experiences. It might have not sounded like it at the time. As my mom knows, I definitely did my fair share of complaining, but looking back on all those experiences, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Through scouting, I was able to learn leadership skills, communication skills, and scouting just transformed many of the opportunities I have today, and the ability for me to go to college and ultimately get a full ride scholarship to UNC Charlotte. So, yeah. So scouting, I hope to be involved in scouting, especially after school as a leader, but I just can't talk enough about how much scouting has positively impacted my life. So thank you. And for my, just like Jaiden, I have 6 of them, so it's going to be a while. Can I reach it? Okay. For my first mentor pen, move it to Mr. Hampton. And then I didn't know she wasn't going to be here today, but Mrs. Hampton too. So. Yeah. Mr. Tommy. My current Scoutmaster, Mr. Aaron. Not my best idea. Mr. Ramon. Mr. Ramon. And last one I would like to give to, and most important, my mama. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
they say the best for last. Good evening. All right. Oh, grab. Ooh. Yeah, I'm tall, so. My journey through Boy Scouts has felt like a roller coaster, a thrilling ride with extreme highs and extreme lows. This tested my patience, my determination, and my drive, which is why I want to thank everyone who helped me on my journey to success. Mr. Tommy, you have helped me since I was in Cub Scout. Where is Mr. Tommy? Okay. Mr. Tommy, you have helped me since I was in Cub Scouts, all the way to help me through my Eagle project. To all the Scoutmasters, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Ramon, Mr. Moore, ASMs, and countless others who helped me earn merit badges, did board reviews with me, and camping trips, which I would not be missing. Which is, not supposed to furthermore, which is why I want to thank all my friends, EJ, Jaiden, Nathan, Daniel, Julian, and Bo Zions, who were sometimes the only reason why I was even excited to be at meetings. Last but not least, my family. Mom, you have kept me going even when it felt like I hit rock bottom. To my dad, who was gracious enough to lend us one of his properties when the church didn't let us back in during the pandemic. Also, lastly, my brother, who, although gets on my everlasting nerves at times, is one of the biggest support systems, especially during camping when I had no clue how to set up a tent. Okay. After, I already pulled mine out, so. So I'm going to be giving out my mentor pins to Mr. Aaron. Where's Miss Sherry? Where's Miss Sherry? Do I go up to her? Do I go up to her or do I? Mr. Ramon. Mr. What is it? Oh, Mr. Tommy. It would be criminal not to give you this. It would be criminal not to give you this. Mr. Moore, Mr. Donnie Moore. I don't think is he here? He's not here. Okay. We'll drop that. And although she said not to do this, I want to give my mentor pen, God, to my mom. Thank you, Troop 63, for everything and the more that you did for me.
Thank you, new Eagle Scouts. Man, those are some good speeches, man. Let's hear it for our Eagle Scouts one more time. Remember, the process of earning one's Eagle Scout does not end with this ceremony. Now, let's have a special speaker for some words of encouragement and wisdom.
I work here. You don't have to do all that. want to say thank you for, first of all, being here. So can we first give it up a round of applause for these great young men? While we're clapping for these young men, can we also clap for the hard work that parents and scoutmasters and leaders and volunteers do? On behalf of Dr. Clifford Anthony Jones Jr. and our entire church, we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you for allowing us to, one, be a part of your students' lives. We want to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of this experience. This is what we believe and this is what we know. We can combat so much of what we see on the news. We can combat so much of what we hear if we can get more young men in this program. And we have parents who can be testimony sharers. We have parents who can be cheerleaders and the best PR to talk about how this did not just start today. And so we thank God for the seeds that parents, you all planted, volunteers, you all planted. Even some of our Eagle Scouts who have already gone on and are now in college and doing amazing things. Solomon, do the awkward wave thing right now. Awesome, great. And so we believe that this is a day of planting seeds. And so if I could tell you all anything, I would tell you all to keep planting seeds. Keep planting seeds of good decisions. Keep planting seeds of eliminating distractions. And keep planting seeds knowing that this is just a step and that this is just a marker on the road to the destiny that God has for you. We're excited and we believe that the best is yet to come. And so we want to say thank you for allowing your students and young people to be a part of this program. Please share the great news of Boy Scouts with somebody. Share it with a family. Share it with a friend. And we'll keep celebrating and seeing what God does. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Chad. By the authority invested in me as a representative of our troop, I declare that this court of honor is now complete. Mr. SBL, will you please close this meeting?
Wasn't that heartwarming? Please rise for the closing prayer. Color guard, advance. Color guard, retire the colors. If I may have Mr. Andrew Areola come up to the stand and do our closing prayer.
A Scout is reverent. Dear Lord, thank you so much for these wonderful Eagle Scouts here tonight. We pray that wherever their journey takes them, that they will grow to be wonderful, mature young men. Amen.
This meeting is now adjourned.
This concludes our ceremony for tonight. Thank you all for coming.